Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and safe at your homes and enjoying the online studies and good time with your parents. Students, in today's English class, we will read chapter number 16, that is, the life we build for ourselves. This is a chapter, a moral chapter, in which you will learn something good, a good moral lesson. And a story about a carpenter and about his character. So, in pre-reading, you have some task which you have to do on your own. That how can you perform your role in the life effectively? How do you perform your duties as a student? Why is quality of work important? So these are three questions for you, which you have to answer me after reading this chapter. And you have to write your answers on your notebooks and then you have to share your answers with me. Okay, reading. Amjad was a carpenter who built houses in the town and villages. He built most of the houses for the people who lived in his village. He was a gifted carpenter. Gifted carpenter means he has really good qualities of carpentry, that he was too good in his work. Unfortunately, he was never able to afford a home of his own. It means that he was not a wealthy man. He was really poor, that he couldn't afford a house of his own for himself. Now it was time for the elderly carpenter to retire from the company he was working for, and now he was retiring from his work because now he was too elder. On his last working day, his boss asked him, "Amjad, what are your plans after retirement?" The carpenter said, "Sir, after leaving house building business, I want to build a house for myself and live a more leisurely life with my family." Leisurely means a free life, um, a life which is free from, the miseries and work. Amjad added further, "I will miss the paycheck, but after all, it's time to retire." The boss was sorry to see his good worker go and asked, "Amjad, could you please build just one more house as a personal favor?" Now the boss asked him that you're too good in, and you was too good worker in my company, so will you please give me a favor, that you have will you please build a last house for me as a favor, and this house should be really good, and and you have to serve your all skills of carpentry over building this house. So the boss for the adored, "I want you to build the finest house you are capable of, and I want you to spare no expense, for I intend to give this home to a dear friend." And he advised him that you have to build a house of your by using your all skills, and spare no money means that don't bother about the money, don't save the money, spend as much money as you can in building this house. So because it will be a gift for my dear friend. Amjad agreed to the job and was about to begin when a thought struck him. "This wealthy man already has a few houses. I do not have my own. I will use inferior material, cut a few corners, and do a quick job on the house. Make it look really nice, and charge him the full amount. That way I can pocket the leftover money and finally afford to build my own house." Now, Amjad, some devilish idea struck his mind, and he thought that my boss already have few houses for himself. Now I will build a house which will look really nice outside, from outside, but I will use inferior material, bad material, and will save the money for my own house, and then I will build a house for myself. He resorted to shoddy workmanship. Shoddy workmanship means done he started work and then he done his work badly. He didn't use all his skills because he was not, you know, interested in building the last house. So because now he became a greedy person and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end his career. When the carpenter finished his work, the boss went to view the house and was impressed. It looked beautiful from a distance. The boss turned to the crooked carpenter and said, crooked means dishonest carpenter, and said, the house looks wonderful. I am so glad that you spared no expense. As I told you earlier, I intended to give this home to a dear friend who deserves a house like this one. So when his boss met with him, so he was really pleased by him that you had built a really beautiful house and you spared no money. So I'm very happy with you because I will give this house as a gift to my dear friend. The boss shook the carpenter's hand and with a huge smile gave him an envelope with a thank you card and a folded piece of paper. The carpenter was disdainful. Disdainful means he was not respectful to the to his boss, and he was now he became a devilish person. Until he unfolded the paper and until he opened the paper and found the deed to the house he had just built. With that, he handed the keys over to the carpenter and said, here is your new home, my friend, my gift to you because you have been working with me for a long time. So the boss gifted that house to Amjad. So now he became very, he repented, and he now he will thought that what he had done. This act of kindness greatly shocked the carpenter. He was ashamed of himself and was repenting on the fact that he not only betrayed. Repenting means regretting, and betrayed means deceiving someone, his friend, but also compromised on his integrity, means on his character and honesty. Consequently, he had to live in a house for the rest of his life, which he had built so carelessly. If he had not dishonored and his uprightness means his moral attitude and virtues, he would have been living in a house of perfection and beauty. Imagine yourself as the carpenter and the house as your character. Now this is a moral lesson that consider yourself a carpenter and the house as your character. It is built by your choices and actions that what you will choose for yourself, you will have to face the consequences. The carpenter made the house himself, not a not perfect house, so he have to live all his life in that, not a house which is not perfect, which is not, good. So make your lives, like the houses which you will build for yourself, and like those houses which are perfect, which have all the good things of life, and all the things, means make your characters very strong. And actions: deceit, fraud, and dishonesty are like the low quality materials that the carpenter has used in building his house. Listen again: fraud, and dishonesty are like the low quality materials that the carpenter has used in building his house. So do not use these materials in your lives, because these materials will destroy your life. The result will be creaky floor, leaky roof, and fragile foundation. Fragile means, easily broken and easily destroyed. Destroyable foundation means if you will build your character on such materials like fraud, like deceit, like you can say like dishonesty, so your life will be like a house which have creaky roof, which have leaky creaky floor, leaky roof. And your life, the foundation, the foundation of your life will be, very unbalanced and fragile. It will be easily broken by anyone. We usually build our lives carelessly and with inferior materials. Now, listen again. We usually build our lives carelessly and with inferior materials, deceit, and in reactions rather than actions. At critical moment of our lives, we put up less than the best and then look with shock at this situation which we have created with our follies and blunders. So in the best time of our lives, we built our lives on low materials, and then with the passage of time we repent that what we had done for ourselves, what we had done on our own for our future, because of our blunders, because of our mistakes. As a result, we are living in a house which we have built with our own actions and reactions. If we had done honestly, we would have not been feeling sorry for our folly and foibles. So we should be honest, we should be, loyal towards ourselves first. If we are not loyal with ourselves, we can never be loyal with anyone else. So construct your house, build your life, the house of your life, on good materials, on good on honesty, on good character, and do not deceive others and yourselves. Similarly, if we are not happy with what we see in our country, perhaps it's a deceit, direct consequence of what we have been building over the years. So, if we are not happy with the situation of our country, why? Because this is the result of the consequences which we have been doing since many years. Thus, ask not what our country can do for us, ask what we can do for our country. So, do not blame your country that this country gave you nothing. Blame yourself and ask yourself that what you had done for your country. Because in if we are not good by characters, if we cannot perform a good thing for our city, for our village, for our town, for our country, so we cannot blame to anyone else, we cannot blame to our country. This is this is we that we don't do anything for ourselves. So create the building of your life on good things, on good material, like honesty, like loyalty, like a good character and a moral character. Okay, so at because so that at the end you have some good remarks for yourself, and you will will have not the I should say that at the end, at least you will not repent, you will not regret that you just wasted your life. So don't waste your life and make it some I should say you use it in a positive way and do something good for yourself and for the others and for your country. Hope you have understood this moral lesson, and do the assignment which I gave you earlier in the starting of the lesson. Like three questions I'm repeating: how can you perform your role in life effectively? How do you perform your duties as a student? Why is quality of work important? So do these questions on your notebooks and share with me. The answers must be in your own language. Hope you have understood. Thank you so much. And before going towards ending, let's revise the new words we had learned, like betrayed, to hurt somebody who trusts you, especially by not being loyal or faithful to them; misjudge, to form a wrong opinion about a person or situation, especially in a way that makes you deal with them or in it unfairly; remorseful, feeling extremely sorry for something wrong or bad that you have done; leaky, to allow liquid or gas to get in out or out through a small hole or crack; excellence, the quality of being extremely good; consequence, a result of something that has happened; shoddy, made or done badly and with not enough care; foundation, a layer of bricks, concrete, etc., that forms the solid underground base of a building. Disdainful, the feeling that something is not good enough to deserve your respect or attentions. So these are the words which you had learned in this reading, and you now, and which and these words enriched your vocabulary too. So thank you so much